Dear President, Prime Ministers, party leaders, colleagues, friends, it is such an honor for me to address all of you gathered here as one big EPP family for this Congress in Helsinki. Notwithstanding the cold weather, in this Congress we feel the energy and warmth of all that brings us together. Kiitos, Helsinki. I am proud to stand with you here as the leader of the Partito Nationalista from Malta, the party which has found in this family a natural home. And I take this opportunity to thank you all for welcoming me to my first EPP Congress as leader of Partito Nationalista. Thanks to our party, Malta has been led to where it belongs, part of the European Union. Our vision of Malta is that of a country which is open, confident, strong in its values, steeped in its rich history. A history which is a long and colorful one dating back to the dawn of civilization, but always equally prepared to rise to new challenges. Our different historical layers have shaped Malta as we know it today, and joining the EU was another fundamental milestone in our history. A milestone which has clearly granted the Maltese citizens multiple benefits, and we can demonstrate the advantages as evidenced by thousands of Maltese students expanding their horizons through Erasmus all over Europe, through Maltese working in other European countries, tens of thousands of EU citizens working and living in Malta, through the countless Maltese and European companies doing business without borders and limits, through the workers and tradesmen plying the trade in Malta for products and services destined for people in different parts of Europe. These are the true benefits of the freedoms enjoyed by EU citizens, and such advantages are also being enjoyed throughout by Maltese citizens. Malta is now that much stronger and prouder thanks to this amazing European experience. I come to you here today, however, with an appeal to protect that legacy. 14 years from accession to the European Union, Partito Nationalista today is called upon to safeguard its achievements for Malta. Malta is at present facing a number of challenges, questioning the government's ability to implement the values which make us Maltese and Europeans. Partito Nationalista will not relent from working to protect the rule of law, democracy, and freedom of expression in the Maltese Islands. My colleagues, I call on you to work with us to strengthen the cause of European values in my country. Let Partito Nationalista show that those trying times may be overcome and that together we can achieve positive results. Let us work together to stand as witnesses for the legacy of a European Malta that cannot be merely measured in terms of our GDP. For as President Antonio Tajani loves to say, we agree that the European Union is much more than a currency. The European Union is indeed, for us, a family of values. And how do we understand people's values? I believe in meeting and listening to people, and I have the ambition of meeting and speaking to every single Maltese citizen. I am listening continuously to people in streets, at the workplace, at the houses, in the homes. Let me share with you what people feel about Europe in my country. The Maltese feel that Europe needs to be more present in the matters where it can make a real difference, where solutions cannot come from one country alone. Our management of migration flows is one of their utmost concerns. They cannot understand how Italy and Malta are two EU members and yet end up arguing about a vessel, a ship, a boat carrying people, men, women, children, human beings fleeing war zones, escaping persecution, following a dream, seeking a new life, hoping. This is not what solidarity should be about. We believe in a Europe that can concretely tackle the issue of migration in a collective and coordinated manner. Equally, we support the EPP position for stronger investment in Africa. We share the resolve that a longer-term solution needs to address the root causes of migration. Protecting our borders, however, remains paramount. Younger Maltese people also want a Europe in sync with the rapid evolution of the world around us. Our political response to the internet, robotics, blockchain, artificial intelligence need to be at the top of our agenda. This will change society as we know it. We need to think about employability, skills for all our generations, and how this digital revolution will bring benefits to society. Preparation is key. We need to find how technology and tradition can coexist. Above all, we need to address what is explained by Harari in his latest book, 21 Lessons for the 21st Century, points out is probably the biggest challenge facing us in this day and age as we debate data, algorithms, and artificial intelligence. The challenge of ensuring that most people will be suffering not from exploitation, but from something far worse, irrelevance. Many ordinary people across Europe are fearing irrelevance and are frantic to use the remaining political power before it is too late. This is what can also lead to the scourge of populism. And this is where the EPP needs to provide value-based alternatives that matter most in our daily lives. To borrow a few thoughts from Fukuyama's latest book about the concept of identity with regard to contemporary identity politics and the struggle for recognition, I believe that EPP needs to stand for the virtues that one associates with great leadership: basic honesty, reliability, sound judgment, devotion to public interest, and an underlying moral compass. It is ultimately about extending recognition to each and every individual. It is about really believing that every individual matters, that every individual has human dignity, that we are a caring society. Ladies and gentlemen, we want the upcoming European election campaign to be driven by political debate and be motivated in addressing people's concerns and ensuring that it will be instrumental in achieving people's aspirations. People in Malta and elsewhere in Europe are understanding the synergetic power of the European People's Party, and we are and will continue to work hard to ensure good results in the next MEP elections in Malta. Finally, I would like to thank both candidates Alexander Stubb and Manfred Weber for the campaign and wish them the very best for tomorrow. We look forward to cooperate and be part of this journey, the process which gives EU citizens a say in the appointment of the President of the European Commission. A President who cares about human stories and not only about statistics, about persons, not only about figures. A President who cares, leading a Europe that cares. Thank you very much.